Imagine your life as a boat, adrift on a vast river, without a rudder, without a destination. That's life without self-confidence. No matter how brilliant you are, if you let fear and shyness steer your course, you'll never reach your full potential. So many of us live in the shadows, afraid to speak up, afraid to fail, afraid to simply be seen. If that sounds familiar, stay with me, because this story might just be the turning point you've been waiting for. In a bustling city, a man supported his wife and 2 sons by selling salt. His younger son was lively and confident, but the elder was painfully shy, hesitating to even speak to others. People mistook his quietness for foolishness, and many took advantage of his gentle nature, yet he never complained. His father, however, was constantly disappointed by his elder son's timidity and would scold him harshly. Each harsh word chipped away at the boy's already fragile confidence. As he got older, this lack of self-belief started to poison his studies. In exams, fear would paralyze his hand, and he couldn't write the answers he knew. He slowly began to fall behind. When he came of age, his father, frustrated, told him to help with the family business. Terrified of disappointing his father again, the boy agreed, but his nervousness made him clumsy. He fumbled with orders and couldn't communicate properly with customers, which only made his father angrier. One day, while his father was away, some cunning men walked into the shop. "Your father sent us," they lied, "to collect all the salt sacks for the city." The young man, full of doubt, hesitated to question them. Before he could process what was happening, they had loaded up all the goods and vanished. That evening, when his father returned to an empty shop, he exploded in rage. "You worthless boy! You've ruined everything I've built. Get out of my sight. Never come back." Crushed by his father's words, the young man felt completely broken. The weight of his father's anger, the whispers of the neighbors, and his own crippling sense of helplessness made him feel utterly worthless. With a shattered heart, he walked to the riverbank. Shame was like a hand around his throat. "There's no point in living," he thought. "I'll always be a failure." Just as he was about to jump, an old man grabbed his hand and pulled him back from the edge. "Why did you save me?" The young man shouted, his voice thick with anger and despair. "My life is meaningless. I can't do anything right." The old man spoke gently. "My child, life is precious. We only get it once. If you keep living, you can overcome any failure. But if you give up now, you'll never discover what you're truly capable of." The young man replied sadly, "I'm shy and weak. Even my own father hates me. I have no education. Everyone calls me stupid. Does someone like me even deserve to live?" Hearing this, the old man's expression turned serious. "Come with me to my house," he said, and without waiting for a reply, he started walking. Confused, but with nothing left to lose, the young man followed. At his humble home, the wise man said, "I have the answer you seek, but first, you must do exactly as I say for 3 days. If you complete 3 tasks, I will change your life." Seeing a tiny flicker of hope, the young man agreed. On the first day, the old man instructed, "Today, you will speak with 10 strangers. Ask them about their lives and write down what you learn." Though hesitant, the boy began. Some people ignored him, but he persisted. By evening, he had not only spoken to 10 people, but had also made a few new friends. He felt a small, unfamiliar spark of accomplishment. On the second day, the task was, "Today, you will teach 10 children why water is important." The young man was startled. "But I haven't studied properly. How can I teach anyone?" The old man smiled. "They don't know that. Just share what you do know." With a trembling hand holding a glass of water, he stood before the children. He managed to share 5 benefits of drinking water and quickly stepped back. To his own astonishment, he had done it. The next time he tried, His voice was a little steadier. He was beginning to realize his fear was starting to fade. On the third day, the old man gave the final task. Now, you must go back to your father and apologize. The young man was terrified. No, my father will never forgive me. The old man was firm. If you don't do this, I cannot give you my final advice. Mustering every ounce of courage he had, the young man went home. He stood before his father, humbly apologized, and promised to prove himself. Seeing a profound change in his son, a new stillness and resolve, the father gave him another chance in the business. The young man returned to the old man. I've done as you asked. Now please, tell me the secret to success. The wise man smiled. You've already discovered it. Your biggest enemy was never your shyness. It was your fear. People see you the way you present yourself. If you carry yourself with confidence, no one will dare to think you are weak. True strength comes from self-belief. With tears of gratitude, the young man bowed. I understand now. I won't let fear win ever again. Years later, that once shy boy became a renowned businessman, respected not just for his intelligence, but for his unshakable confidence. This story reminds us that self-confidence isn't a gift we're born with. It's a muscle we build. No matter how deep your shyness runs, if you choose to believe in yourself, you can become strong. Fear holds us back, but courage and persistence can transform our world. The boy thought he was a failure, but when he faced his fears, his life changed forever. Confidence grows when we step outside our comfort zone. The world sees you the way you choose to show up, so believe in yourself. Take those small, scary steps forward. You will discover a strength inside you that you never knew existed. If this story resonated with you, please give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments so more people can find this message. I'll be back with another story to inspire you. Until then, stay patient, stay grateful, and keep moving forward.